I had my whole entire life flash before me. As we're going up the mountain, I hear a clear voice and impression tell me, listen to the yeses and ignore the nos. So it is, wow, just incredible, the things that we're finding in this record. I'm just so grateful for the fact that now we've found the city name, so there's at least an attempt of finding it, because for us, Wade and I, we had to keep in mind, is this the last city that she lived in, my birth mother? Is she still alive? Or has she moved anywhere in the country? I had been led up to this point, and the miracles are still coming. We decided, Wade and I, that we would return the next day. This would be the day before we were going to leave, like I said, and we would fly home the next day. So we woke up and I said my morning prayers, right? Very intently and specifically. And then Wade and I headed out, and we made our way to Panama first because we wanted to collect a couple things. And on our way back, we had known that my city, San Vito, is right before Panama. So we thought we will stop into the city and see what happens. We finished up in Panama, we headed back driving, and we pulled into the city of San Vito. And I looked around me, and again, beautiful people, my beautiful people, and everyone is just scurrying around, busy, doing their things, fruit, and just people in the streets, and children everywhere, and yeah, it was busy. But Wade and I looked at each other, and we said, so how are we doing this? And we're like, I know, we'll just call out her name to the people, whoever we see, and we will hope that they know something. As we are making our way through the town, we start asking people. And I know there was a few women we asked, and a man. I remember the man. We asked him and said, hey, do you know anything about this woman, Flor Mena Hidalgo? She had a couple kids, and these are their names. And he's like, no, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, it hurt me. Like, I was so hurt by it. And I'm like, wow, this is really hard for me. A woman later we talked with and said, do you know this name? Any idea? And she's like, actually, yeah, yeah, see, like, yeah. Really? This lady had pointed us towards a certain direction, and that pointed us up a certain mountain. And so as we started the mountain, Wade's like, we still ask people, right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess, because we don't know where we're going. He's like, so we still keep going up, and then we keep going. Do we head back down the other way? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, okay, let's do this. She pointed that way. So as we're going up the mountain, I hear a clear voice and impression tell me, listen to the yes, listen to the yeses, and ignore the nos. Listen to your people. So as we're making our way up the mountain, we start asking right to left and right to left. Do you know someone? And he's like, do you know this person? Do you know this person? And we hear many yeses. Okay, you might want to go here. She was near here. And then, and then we hear like, no, I don't know, or I don't know what you're talking about. We kept getting two different things all the time. We ran into a couple places that they like sell treats and stuff. And a couple people recognized me. There was a lady that freaked out because she knew something that I didn't know. Wade had mentioned that at some point in her life, she had met my mom, not the other day, but some point in her life, and that she recognized me. And I'm like, how would she recognize me? It's like, I don't know, but she's freaking out. We made our way up the mountain, and people kept telling us to keep going. Just keep going, we don't know, just, okay. And then when we didn't know, just keep going. You just keep going straight until someone said elsewise. So we were timing it. Wade said, what we need to keep in mind is when the time of day gets too dark, we will have to turn around, because Wade had been here on his mission, so he knew the areas and what to do and not to do. We have an American car. Even though we are Costa Rican, we act and we look, as we're dressing, American, like we don't want to be out late. It's not safe here. And we had about 15 minutes before the sun was setting. And he looked at me and he said, we're running out of time. I'm sorry, but we have like 5 more minutes and that's it. Because we've been going up this mountain this whole time and the sun is going down and we still have to come all the way back down. We continue and we get to the top. And he's like, we have found nothing other than the direction of where we are right now. And I'm like, and what does that mean? He's like, that means we turn around and we go home. But I'm not ready to go home. Okay. So we turn around and he's like, we're gonna head back down and we're just gonna pray. Like just pray that someone tells us that we're supposed to turn off at a certain point. Maybe we missed a turn. We get to the top and we turn around, a sharp turn, and Wade looks over and there's a farmer guy standing there taking care of his own materials and stuff. And Wade is like, excuse me, do you know this name? And we are just heading back down. We've been trying to find her for hours. We're leaving tomorrow. We're really hoping if there's anything you know, please let us know. Have you seen her? And the man, he stops and he thinks about it and he responds to Wade and he's like, oh yes, I know her. She's just here. Yeah, I saw her yesterday. Oh, and I just saw her a couple hours ago.
Oh my goodness.
And he goes, actually, I do know where she lives. She lives down there. We're like right here, like this area, like right there. And he's like, right there. Like just stop, park, and go down there. And we're like, you gotta be kidding me. And he's like, you're going to go on some rocks all the way down. So we jump out of the car, we go down the mountain, and there, as the records have shared, confirming to me that we were in the right place. As the records showed, and the man proved my mom was alive, we do go down the hill, cross the bridge, we hear the water, we see the trees. Oh, we know where we're going because we had read it in the record. And now, wait for it, it will open up to a land, pasture of grass, and there you will see the shack. Just as the state recorded, right?
Yeah.
So we did that, we got to the land, got to the trees, and it opens up. There's the shack. And Wade stops, says, okay, I'm gonna go ahead of you because I don't know the state of your mom. I don't know where she's been, who she's been with. I don't know if there's guys with her. Like, we don't know how safe this is. So he's like, I'm gonna go first. So he comes back quickly, actually. And he's like, she's there. I'm like you saw her. Oh, I saw her. She's there. She's right by your shack, like by her home, like she's standing there. Anna, we've got to take a moment here. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it just hits me. You're gonna have to make a choice. You can stay and find out what happens after this and meet your birth mother, or you can go and carry on with life. But I promise you, if you go forward, it will change the rest of your life. I got lightheaded. I just didn't know what to do. And Wade's like, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. And then he's like, we should pray. And I said, the ground feels different. And I knelt down with him and I prayed. It was holy. And the Lord said, everything that you have been through, every moment you have experienced, every second that you have had in this life has brought you to this very place. So I kind of snap out of it, kind of thing. Wade's like, Anna, you know? And he said, okay, what are you going to do? And so I said, I'm going to meet her. I'm going to meet my birth mother. He's like, okay, you stand behind me and I'll lead you and you come out when you're ready. I'll go really slow. I literally felt like I was that little girl. The little girl behind him, waiting. So I step out from him. I see her. And I know it's my mom. I know it's my mom. I know every fiber of my being that it's my birth mother. How do I know? There's something I asked when I was younger. I only asked if the Lord would give it to me, though. I said, if you will give it to me, I just ask just one thing. Can she look like me? And it wasn't just a feeling alone, but I looked at her and she looked just like me. A white dress with purple flowers on it. Skinny. I'm sure malnourished. No makeup. As natural as she could be. Raw. My birth mother. And she looks back. In the next few seconds, she calls out, Ana Katia Mena Hidalgo. And she calls out the full name of my brother and the full name of my sister. How could I not know? And Wade goes to her and says, this is your daughter. And she's returned 18 years later. And he tries to calm her because she's been through a lot and she has a mental condition. And we don't want to scare her. And when she speaks, she starts speaking gibberish. She starts speaking that we're in the state. Who are we? But she's calling out my name. And so she's going in and out of this mental state. So then we are standing there and Wade looks at her and he says, do you mind giving your daughter a hug? And she's like, no, I don't know. I know she's mentally not there too. I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, did she say no? Okay. I'm trying to understand this, right? And all the emotion and everything. And then he goes, oh, I'll ask her for a picture. Flor, can we take a picture of you? At least a picture before we leave? We have to go, we have 5 minutes. And she's like, no. And she says, a picture has 1,000 words. What do I go home with? Okay, I go home with this. I go home with this. I'm trying to tell myself this is enough, right? This is enough, but I am fighting something in me. And I'm like, this is not enough. But you know where that came from? That came from judgment. And it came from a part of my heart that was still hard. I've waited and worked this hard and prayed and fasted and had faith. I have tried to understand your life and read just days ago what you've been through and not judge. Who are you? Why did you do these things? And this pain is coming up, this hurt, this judgment. And then I realize that I have some resentment with my mom, my birth mom. After that happens, I have a powerful and the most powerful confirmation. And the Holy Ghost comes to me that everything is going to be okay. And then I look down and my birth mother is holding something in her hands. And it's a cucumber. A cucumber is held in her hands, and she gives it and hands it to me. Look at Wade, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? And the Spirit speaks again. It says, Anna, she's giving you all that she has. And it's enough. And you're enough.